Hello YouTube, my name is The Legend of DS and welcome back to another Super Smash Brothers speculation video. Well, this is not really speculation, it's a let's talk about it video, just taking a topic regarding Smash Brothers and talking about it and giving my personal opinion regarding it. Obviously this one, like it says on the title, is about representation in Super Smash Brothers, and if I'm doing it right now on screen there will be a Smash 4 playable gameplay footage of mostly Fire Emblem characters, because Fire Emblem is the franchise that gets the most amount of hate online, I guess, when it comes to this. So before we get on to the actual topic of the video and discussing it, I want to mention that right now, right now, well, I'll keep that one. As of right now, we're at 93 subscribers, and I wanted to say, because I've said this in practically at the closing of every single video, at the moment I reach 100 subscribers, I'll be doing a 15 euro eShop giveaway. Well, 15 euros, it has to be euros, I apologize, but then again, the eShop works on pretty much, not pretty much, you can open and close an eShop account everywhere on Nintendo accounts for with a single system on all regions. It's simple. And another thing is that the week right before E3, I'll be doing a Super Smash Brothers week where I'll be doing 7 videos regarding Smash Brothers. And while most of the videos cannot be said in like the title of it, just because not because of like ruining the surprise, although that kind of helps, but mostly because it doesn't make much sense until you see the video itself. But I'm gonna say like 4 out of these 7 videos I'll be made. It will be one about Ridley. The first one will be about Ridley. One of the other ones between I should say first, actually the week before, it's the 4th through the 10th of June, that will be Smash Week, and I'll say that on the 4th there will be a Ridley video. Yeah, that's it, but I'm gonna keep the other part because I like people seeing how insane or how crazy my mind, or how my mind works. Yeah, even that one didn't work that well. But again, on the 4th it will be the Ridley video, talking about Ridley, especially considering that there is a rumor going around about Ridley. There will be one regarding Link that will be coming out between the 5th and the 8th of June, and then on the 9th of June it will be my final, quote-unquote, final predictions for the roster of Super Smash Brothers. Mostly because it will be final, because it won't be final because there's always the DLC, but I will only be doing DLC projections and predictions after the full roster is confirmed and the game comes out, and seeing if there will be another Super Smash Brothers fighter ballot, and seeing if there is any special any DLC characters that is announced. That will be for the 9th, and for the 10th, the final day, will be predictions, or mostly talking about what I will expect from Super Smash Brothers at E3, and practically everything that will come out after E3 in regards to presentations and announcements for the characters for Super Smash Bros. Switch. But without any further ado, because this has been almost 4 minutes of me just rambling on in this intro about what's going on and in the Smash Week, in the week before E3, and what I will be doing. Also, mostly on those days, mainly the 9th and the 10th, mostly the 10th maybe. There might not just be Smash videos. The week will be mostly Smash videos. Because of E3, I'll probably be doing some more reaction videos. But anyway, let's get on to this video about representation in Super Smash Brothers. A franchise can be represented in Super Smash Brothers in a multitude of different ways. It could have an assist trophy like Sin and Punishment. It can have music like the Wonderful 101. Trophies like Rayman, or it could have a stage and a character. Now I'm trying to think of a franchise that had a stage but not a playable character. I think there was one on the Wii, on Brawl, I forget the name of the stage, and well, technically speaking, Miiverse is represented by having a stage as well. But when it comes to people discussing representation, it always comes down not to characters. It comes always down to characters. Yeah, what I was gonna say, to characters. It always comes down to X franchise has more characters than it deserves. Well, here's the thing. I think that's very much the wrong way of thought. Animal Crossing, for example, has outsold. I do believe, and I will put this up if I'm wrong. It has outsold. I know this. Is that it has outsold the entirety of the Metroid franchise. It has outsold the entirety of the Fire Emblem franchise, the entirety of the Xenoblade franchise, the entirety of F-Zero, the entirety of Star Fox, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if it hasn't outsold all of these put together, it's pretty damn close. So should Animal Crossing get more characters than all of these franchises? Obviously not. Sales data and how big a franchise is should not determine how many franchises or many characters a franchise gets. Especially when we have franchises like Pokemon, like Xenoblade, like Fire Emblem, that have a rotating cast of characters, with some bringing in and having a lot of importance to the franchise. For example, I can see many characters being cut from Super Smash Bros. From the Fire Emblem franchise, I can see out of the 6 that we have, honestly, I can't see any of them being cut at this point. But if they were to cut, and only being down to the important characters to the franchise, I can see Roy, Ike, and Corrin being cut. I don't think they would cut Marth. He's the first of the franchise, and Robin and Lucina represent the comeback, the big comeback for the franchise, and I don't see them cutting it. But even the other characters, people love those characters. Well, maybe not as much Corrin, mostly because of the timing, and mostly because people got hung up upon, it's the 6th Fire Emblem character. Fire Emblem has too many. It's Fire Emblem, Super Fire Emblem Brothers. I think that looking at a character based on their franchise and their name to decide if maybe we should or shouldn't is a bad idea. Oh, Fire Emblem has too many characters. Why? The franchise, sure, it's not as big as Zelda, it's not as big as Mario, it's not as big as Pokemon, but let's be completely honest. Zelda has all the important characters already in Smash. Sure, are there Zelda characters that I want to see in Smash? Yes, I want to see Midna with Wolf Link. I want to see Girahim. Breath of the Wild Link, I think, should be its own separate character, with Toon Link and Classic Link still being there, and that's a thing that I'm going to be speaking in a little bit. But the important characters, or characters that actually matter for the franchise, are all there already. Yeah, sure, when I said which characters would be important, the only important characters for Fire Emblem, the franchise as a whole in the market would be just Marth, Robin, and Lucina. But for the entire franchise, all characters are important because all of them are the main characters of their own games. And I think that's what we should look at. A character by itself. For example, Corrin should not be just like, oh, it's another Fire Emblem representative. No, it's the Fates representative. Same thing with Awakening having 2 characters. Look at Pokemon. Generation 1 has 4 representatives. Generation 2 had 1, which was a clone of Generation 1 Pokemon. Generation 3 got the Shaft. Generation 5 as well. Generation 4 has Lucario. And Generation 6 has Greninja. We don't know if Generation 7 is going to get one, because we don't even know when Generation 8 is coming. So, there's things up in the air if 7 is going to get 1 representative, 2 representatives. I personally think that it's the truly the only generation that I could see getting more than 1, but that's a different topic. And then we reach like characters with the same name. I've heard people say like they don't want Paper Mario. Why? Is it because it's a bad character or a bad choice? No, it's because it's a third Mario. They don't want Link they don't want Breath of the Wild Link or Champion Link to be its own individual character just because it would be a third Link. People get too hung up on the name of a character or what a character does, not what a character does, the potential moveset, how different they could be. They're like, oh, is it Fire Emblem? We already have too many. Oh, but that character that nobody knows and it's completely useless in its own franchise and nobody actually knows what it is, should definitely be it. For example, I'm pretty sure that if it came down to it, there would be some people that would prefer a Koopa Trooper to be in Super Smash Bros. Instead of the next Fire Emblem Lord or or Paper Mario, because hey, it's a third Mario. Hey, we already have too many Fire Emblem characters. Yeah, but Koopa Trooper, that's gonna be it. Not only that, look at Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is bigger than a vast majority of franchises in Smash, if not most of them. I think like only Mario and Pokemon, obviously not counting Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. That is actually, yeah, only those four franchises that I would say probably are bigger, you know, but we fit so the ridiculous amount. Let's not even count the whole Wii thing as a franchise. But like, look, should they get all more characters? I mean, let's be completely honest, the next Animal Crossing character, if there is one, will have its moveset based on Villager. You know, and you might say, oh, how do you know that? Because that's what it's already been done. Look at the Star Fox characters. All three Star Fox characters are based on the same moveset. Sure, they're different, but they're all based on the same moveset. You know, it would be different if they weren't, but they're all based on the same moveset. And that would probably be what happens with the Animal Crossing characters, you know. But I think that getting too hang up on, oh, this franchise comes from this game in this franchise, shouldn't be it. That character that, god damn it, doesn't even deserve to be mentioned for Smash Brothers is just a random NPC that you see one time for like 2 seconds. Now that's a character for Smash Brothers. It's new. But hey, that's just my opinion, and I probably rambled on far more than I wanted to, and I probably did not get my point across that well. Once again, I think I'll say this to end. Characters should be, their merits and their chances of being in Smash should be weighed by how they play and how their moveset potential is, and not by their franchise. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Once again, at 100 subscribers, that will be a 15 euro eShop giveaway. So right now on screen, that will be my playlist for the rest of the Smash Brothers videos, the playlist for Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So thank you guys for watching. I've been the Legend of DS, and I'll see you guys next time.